climate change effect is most important things at the moment. So I thought I could come and see what is happening in Camden.
So we need to understand the process people went through, what they agreed with, what spoke to them, areas perhaps they questioned. And think about A, how we communicate that to our population more broadly, and B, understand where there are actions that are perhaps more difficult, where there are people who aren't the converts yet. How do we bring those two things together?
So we're coming up with a new climate action plan, and we want the results of the conversations you have over the coming months to form the basis of that plan. And we'll be asking you to come and present back to our full council. And we have limited resource, but as a council, we want to put our resource behind the ideas you come up with.
I think a lot of people still think that it's not happening, and they will resist changes to planning permissions. They'll resist changes to having more bike lanes because they want their cars and they want to be able to get places in comfort.
I'm a big supporter of citizens' assemblies because I feel very strongly that, particularly in the last 3 or 4 years, we've got into a way of doing politics which is really excluding many, many people from the debate.
Last year, we increased fossil fuel use in the world by about 2.7%. That downslide is where we have to go.
Well, I found it absolutely fascinating. Learned a huge amount about the environment and what we need to do to stop our CO2 emissions.
It was definitely worthwhile. Collectively as a group, I felt that we made very strong decisions, and especially because there are so many ideas that were put forward that one would have never thought about.
Now we're making action plans, we're deciding like what is feasible, what can run, what cannot run, being really realistic about that. So I'm really excited about the last process. The transition from day one to now, my feelings are very different. I'm excited, I'm really happy they actually did this.
We do have a moral responsibility. I mean, the story of the past decade, in a way, with local authorities, because our funding has been cut by 50% in Camden. Out of this process, we may learn that there are things people ask us to do, we'd like to do, we can't do. But at least then we can say, this is where we need to get to, and have that conversation more publicly.